Rich Eisen, NFL Network. Big game tonight. Seattle and the Cardinals. Last concert you went to?
Last concert I went to, I got to think, it's been so long since I've been able to do something like that. I saw Coldplay at the Hollywood Bowl last summer.
Okay.
That doesn't impress you, Dan?
No. Coldplay, I saw them in the Garden a couple of years ago. I thought Chris Martin
Super
was a
live
great showman.
Yes.
Great showman.
Yeah, he can control a room.
First concert you saw?
Chicago.
Oh.
I saw Chicago at the Nassau Coliseum. My poor dad drove me and a bunch of friends from Staten Island to the Nassau Coliseum.
You didn't exactly
Some poor
rock
comedian
out.
Opened up for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Yeah, but Chicago, all right, a lot of hits. Color My World, I slow danced.
Well, 25 or 6 to 4.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Listen, I mean, that was in 1984.
Was Chicago 25 or 6 to 4? Was that sabermetrics, and I didn't even understand it? Because I had no idea what they were talking about.
Yeah, they were using they were using all the Bill James math before Bill James even dreamt them up. That might have been the LSD talking back in the day.
Do we have sabermetrics in the NFL?
Oh yeah, I mean everything is parsed out to the nth degree. And, players are either they already are or some are going to start wearing sensors to figure out their movements and their heartbeats and every possible metric that could be measured is going to be measured one day to figure out how to best run a route, when might it be best to attack a defense, knowing what their heart rate might be through 2.5 quarters. I mean, that's the way this game is going, no doubt.
Big game coming up tonight, but before I get to that, I wanted to ask you about this whole Jim Irsay, Peyton Manning, it's so-called, welcome home here and the reunion tour. How did it go off the rails here?
Well, I think here's the way I took it. I read Jim Irsay's comments, and I did not read it as a slight to Peyton Manning. I just read it as an accounting of what happened, and they should have won more than one Super Bowl. Let's be honest. There's no question about it. And the person who first made it about Peyton was John Fox in Denver on his radio show, saying that was a shot at Peyton, and he thought that was wrong. And I'm just wondering if Fox isn't being the sly fox in a way that he wants to make sure his quarterback's not going to go back there and feel all warm and fuzzy. His quarterback needs to go back there and win a game. And if there's some sort of slight that he could not create, I mean, you could read into those comments as a slight. I didn't. If he can go in there and tell his quarterback, you know what, that owner right there, he didn't do you any favors this week, so why don't you go back there and show him what they're missing, as opposed to having a reunion tour where he's waving and smiling and everyone feels a little warm and fuzzy, and suddenly Andrew Luck comes out with the win. I'm wondering if that's what went down this week, because I personally did not read it as a slight to Peyton when I read Irsay's comments at first.
Well, the thing that stood out was that he mentions Brady by name, that he's got 3 of these, and then he goes to the Steelers, and then he goes to the Giants and the Ravens. He doesn't mention Roethlisberger or Eli. He mentions Brady by name. That, to me, is where it felt like it's a little bit more Brady did it, didn't need Star Wars numbers. He's inconsistent during the season, but he's got 3 of these. We've got 1. I don't know if it's a shot at Peyton as much as it is Bill Polian, but I do think it's a little, hey, I don't have more of these rings. Oh, woe is me. How come we didn't? Well, because we bought into Peyton Manning's style here, and we weren't ready to have playoff football.
Well, you know what? Then that's an indictment on everybody. And the bottom line is there is only one ring. And part of what I think drives Peyton to his level of greatness, one of the many things that drives him to be the greatest, and I think he is the greatest that we have in terms of managing the game and thinking about the game and operating at such a high level. We just don't see it, and we won't see it again when he's done playing. Part of all this that still drives him is he wants another one, and I don't think he wants to eventually go riding off into whatever great second act he no doubt has already prepared himself for. He doesn't want to hear that just has one ring. He just doesn't want to, but that is what the reality is. is that throughout the entirety of their tenure in Indianapolis, Napoleon and then Dungy era, along with Peyton. Sure, 12-win season where they had 7 of them, but they had only 1 ring, and that's the bottom line. And Irsay, I didn't really view it as a perceived slight on Peyton, and I think that's where we are right now. And you've got yourself an incredible game for Sunday Night Football, Week 7. I mean, a jewel of a game. I will be sitting down from snap 1 to see how it all plays out.
Do you want me to have the green Sharpie in my hand on Sunday night?
Well, here's what I want, Dan. I want to know what the green Sharpie's for. Are you just in the middle to have the green Sharpie in your hand just in case in the middle of your on-camera lead-in you want to take a note?
Yes.
See, that's next level.
But
that's next level out of you, Dan.
Let me point this out.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest here.
Okay.
We're transparent. Paulie's sister loves me in green. Not every night when I'm on TV or on this show I can wear green. So it's in my head. Right now, if you're watching on Audience Channel 239 DirecTV or the NBC Sports Network, what am I holding up? A green Sharpie.
Okay, and that's for Paul's sister?
Yes. She has a crush
sort
on
of
me.
Like a shout-out?
Yes.
Huh.
So now you know.
Well, see, there is a method to your madness. I thought it was some sort of, I guess, thing that you do with matching your tie and your.
No. That's Digger Films.
I know. I just wondered if you were doing a little Digger.
No. It's just that.
Okay.
You know what it is? Sort of a security blanket that I have that with me. I
just noticed that the other day. Your awesome son came over. I fed him again dinner. We're watching Uncle Dan for Zan. And I noticed the green Sharpie in your hand. I'm like, what's that all about? What's that all about?
And my son didn't know.
He did not.
No, he did not.
He also thought that after halftime he'd go home and go to sleep.
I know.
And I said you'd be watching the second half of the game.
And I was when you guys called me.
Of course, because you're a professional.
I had a beer in my hand when you called, and I had to put down the beer and my green Sharpie to pick up the phone. Okay, I have 30 seconds for you to hype tonight's game.
The Arizona Cardinals have won 6 of the last 7 against the Seattle Seahawks in this building. They are trying to throw their hat in the ring with the Rams to be the first ones to join the Niners and Seahawks in the NFC West party, and that is tonight on NFL Network. Is
there going to be a mention of this show so the people, when they're watching, will be...
Give it to me. What do you want? I've already gone against the grain. Tonight, they will open the roof of the stadium. It's supposed to be a beautiful night, so I really can't even go umbrella on you. What do you want? What do you want?
What
can I give you?
How about 5 good seconds?
Okay.
Just the expression.
5 good seconds?
Yeah.
You got it. That's no problem.
All right.
You got it, Dan.
We'll be watching. Coverage starts at 6 Eastern?
Actually, 3 minutes ago. I've been talking on television.
You can see it on the NFL Network, tonight's game. Thank you, buddy.
All right, bud.
All right, talk to you soon. That's Rich Eisen.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.